Let your hair grow out. I am letting my hair grow out, and I think you should do the same. Hair is a sign of power, a sign of vitality, a sign of strength, and it was all humanity, like in the time span of all humanity. And in recent times, men start cutting their hair off. And in my opinion, it is smart to do not cut your hair. When you think about powerful warriors in the ancient times, leaders, kings in ancient times, you see depictions of men with powerful, long and majestic manes, like a lion. And we men, we cut our hair in today's society. It's a sign of masculinity to have short hair. But women, they grow their hair out. Where's the difference between a man and woman? We men, we have hair follicles. Women have hair follicles. But when did it start that as a child men need to have short hair? When did it start? I don't fucking know. I think the Romans started cutting their hair short. I think since civilization started, men started to cutting their hair short. But in my opinion, it's emasculating in a type of way. It strips the man from his power. It strips the man from his true natural state. And when you think about men with long majestic hair, like Jason Momoa for example, or Roman Reigns, or if you look into the show Vikings, they also have long hair. Braided long hair is also really cool. You see what an aura a man with long hair exudes. It's raw primal power. And as warriors, as martial artists, it is a great thing to let your hair grow out. I can name so many examples. When we go into the warriors, ancient warriors, Achilles had long hair. Alexander the Great had kind of long hair. If you look into the Bible, there is a powerful warrior called Samson. And God gave him like superhuman strength. He was like a demigod. But the trick was that his power came from his hair. He had long, beautiful hair. But I think the story went like he fell in love with a girl, and he told her his secret to his power, that his power comes from his hair. But she betrayed him and cut his hair in his sleep, so his enemies could beat him. So his hair got cut off and all his power went away, and he got captured by his enemies. So you see a lot of men before, like our age now, had long hair. Kings as well. I think the Mongols also. When you go to the Native Americans, it's a sign of vitality and maturity, have long hair. And if you touch the hair, it's a sign of disrespect. Let's wait 1 second. Somebody needs the ambulance. I live on a busy street. As well as the Chinese. I think the Japanese as well before, when there were like shogunates, royal families. They had long hair in their bind it into a knot, and it was a sign of disrespect to cut someone's hair. It was a sign of taking their identity. And I believe that it's a huge psyop and brainwashing of today's age to let males and to let men, or convincing them that cutting their hair is necessary, or that cutting their hair is in some type of way a good thing or a virtue. You wouldn't cut the mane of a lion off, right? So why are you cutting your own mane off? Think about that. Imagine you strip a lion of its mane. What are you doing to this cat? You're taking all of his power away. He would look like a weak version of themselves. He would look like a female. So much aura comes from hair. I already told you some examples. In my opinion, Aquaman, Jason Momoa, is a great example for someone who looks brutally strong with long hair. And I will go for the same look. I want to have the same look. I want to have long hair, long wavy, powerful hair, and look like a warrior, because I am a warrior deep inside me. And we are all warriors on this channel. And through this power, we will achieve the perfect life for ourselves. And I think long hair is a great addition to our journey. What I think where it comes from is the working class. In the working class, it was very practical to cut your hair short. Slaves, in old times, slaves got their hair cut off to take their identity, to take their sovereignty, to take their own the power of their own. When you cut their hair off, you take their soul, so they need to hear what you have to say and adhere your wishes. In hard labor jobs, like in coal mines, and so on and so forth, people cut their hair short because it would get dirty. But a prince in a castle, nobody would touch his hair. His hair would grow naturally, beautifully. And it was a sign of his vitality, a sign of his authority. It was a sign of wealth. You needed to oil your hair. You need long hair. You need to keep your long hair healthy. It is a kind of, also need to work for it a little bit. I think a lot of people are lazy as fuck in today's age. Because of that, for convenience sake, they cut their hair. What I also heard was that hair has a spiritual meaning as well. I already talked about Samson and his power from his hair. But if you look at a cat has whiskers. And whiskers are there to enhance the senses of a cat. And a lot of animals have hair who do the same thing, who have the same job. And I think maybe we as human beings, we also have whiskers and hair that give us extrasensory ability. And maybe even spiritual insight. Some yogic people I heard, they let their hair grow as well. So yeah, I remember now, wizards, spiritual people, yogis, because they say it's an antenna for spiritual power and for spiritual insight. So, I talked about long hair. I hope I inspired you to grow long hair as well. Come to that journey. I now I'm in the middle stage. I feel like a Roman emperor right now, like with a short curly look with a beard. There is also like a phase where it looks weird. There will be a phase where it looks weird, but you need to go through that. Like in everything in life, just do it, even if it feels uncomfortable. But in the end, you are, rewarded greatly. Brothers, let your hair grow. Gabriel out. Peace. And I wish you a Merry Christmas.